We saw this big cedar tree and saw a lot of activity on it, so we wanted to come check it out. And as we approached it, the tree looks really banged up. So it's like, okay, are there like people camping here and like lots of kids and hatchets and things like that? That's kind of what crossed my mind anyways. But as we looked at it a little bit closer, we started to notice things that were kind of started to point in a different direction. So like right here, it looks like you took like a big spike nail and hammered it into the side. And when I see that on trees, I also start thinking of canines, of bears. They like to bite trees, especially trees that they're marking. And so as we start to look around this big cedar tree, we're seeing a lot of bear bites. We're seeing a lot of rubbing. And we could tell the bears are rubbing this tree because there's hair all over it and places like that. A lot of scratching too. Bears oftentimes when they're rubbing the tree, they'll take a front paw and grab the back like this to really be able to dig in and rub their back just a little bit more. So there's just a lot of smaller, shallower claw marks from a bear. And then the other really cool thing, as we're piecing this together, is there is a bear trail leading up to this, and we're going to call this like a bear rub tree or some major communication tree. So there's a big bear trail, or an obvious bear trail. So this tree gets visited by many, many different individual bears. This is not just one bear, and this has been happening over decades and decades in this particular instance. So typically as an individual bear will come up and rub this tree, it'll step in the same spots as every other bear does. So it creates this really obvious trail. So Lindsay started following it. Oh, so like here's a big place where a bear steps. It's kind of, you're going to kind of see this every other pattern. So, you know, as the bear's coming up, this is probably the right side as it's coming in, left side as it's coming out. So you have this side, that side, this side, that side, this side, that side. And that's pattern's just going to continue on through the forest. And it's actually, for a normal bear rub, this is very elaborate. And Lindsay kept following it. It's even through this lush vegetation here. We can still follow this bear trail here. Through here. Still that every other patterns, right side, left side, right side, left side, right side, left side. And I think this part's really cool. So then it definitely turns the corner here and goes down into this. Yeah, continuing on down into this little pothole, kind of mud hole. And this is what we call a bear bath. So this thing's been widened out probably than what it normally was after, again, decades of bears coming in and getting water and mud. I don't know exactly what for, if it's still like a marking communication thing or if it's dual purpose for bugs or cooling off or what it might be. But definitely bears are coming here, splashing around, getting mud on them, and then coming back up on the bear trail. And then right here on this, is this an alder or a birch or something? You could see some nice polishing on the bark right here. So again, they're rubbing here and probably coming out with mud. We'd be able to tell if it was really fresh. There'd probably be some fresh mud on here. And then again, up here, some more sign we can interpret. So again, to me, it looks like somebody took a spike nail and a hammer and went in from the side like that, here and there. And again, that's a bear bite, using its canines to bite, which kind of creates a visual marker. And then some claw marks around the side. If you come around back here, you can see some claw marks. But a bear bite, a bear rub, claw marks, bear trail. It's a very, very elaborate little bear zone down here. This is pretty cool.